All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into another live stream. Here's what we do here on the daily. Take a look at NQ price action overnight, see what we can do going into the day, outline some important levels, and then at night we outline stocks, we outline some crypto, and we also outline how the day went on NQ. So let's get into it here on NQ. We start analysis on the highest time frame possible that we typically look at. So we look at the daily fair value gap here. We see that we all right, so far rejecting the daily fair value gap that we have above. Let me turn off all the indicators. Daily fair value gap is being rejected above. So what we can do, what we can outline here at the bottom is going to be the 50% of this wick. That's typically price. If we have a long wick, price does tend to retest the 50% of it. So that is something that we want to look out for. So that 24,860.75 is going to be important, right? Because sometimes there's gaps in price over there. A wick typically means there's gaps in prices, obviously. So there's that. Look at that hourly fair value gap and look at the way that it lines up with the 50% right there. So that's why we look for that. 12-hour levels. This is where we stand with them. Obviously, solid rejection of this 25, 193.75. Right. Something that we want to look out for as well. Look at the way the bodies are respecting it. So if that doesn't want to get respected, there's a good chance that we'll come down to somewhere over here into this 24,983 or 943. Sorry, 50. Something to look out for there. Good. And if you guys are not in the Discord yet, come check us out. That's where I do little morning write-ups as well. So whatever you hear here is also going inside the Discord, but in a written form, something typed. Hope I also sound okay and not too blown up by music. Discord yet. Come check us out. That's where I do. Yeah, you guys should be able to hear that up audio. Okay. So yeah, on the daily price has did I post a daily chart in here? Yeah, I did. Yeah, fair value gap tap. They're clearing so far. Be looking. Candle at so 24,860.75. 75. Also lines up with an hourly FVG. So it lines up with an hourly FVG, which is in discount. Right. Going into the 4-hour, we still have this fair value gap, right? This is from yesterday's pump, so this little 25,022 level, if that gets taken out and if we displace through this fair value gap, then let's look for a possible retest, right? Again, that 24,860.75 is something that we want to look for. So looking on the 4-hour. Still inside the FVG yesterday. And this fair value gap is going from 25,017 to 24,970. So price will need to displace this. In order to continue to the downside and get the previous daily low, All right, so we need to displace this and get that previous daily low, but we also need to displace that 24,860.75 first too. As well as displacement and for continued shorts. Only if the 24,860.75 level is showing us weakness. Let's drop it down to the hourly. Yeah, I mean, we've swept the previous daily high, so there's that. And we're still below that 750 or 1550 EMA. So previous daily high has been swept. GH has been swept. Price will need to be displaced there. So we need to displace the 50%, something that we've discussed. So we need to displace the 50% of the previous daily range. We're at 24. Displace the 50%. Previous days range in order. Yeah, if price sweeps the high of the day and we're looking for an outside day, we need to see it get through the 50% of that previous daily candles range. So 24,959.75. This is where we want to look for possible reaction, right? This is where if price cannot get through that level, we're more than likely to just reverse back up and continue to the upside. Will be an important level and something for us to look for how price is interacting in that area. On the 15-minute, let's see here. 15-minute, we can typically take the London manipulation, right? And project it to the downside. So let's see what we have going on in here. -4 lines up pretty decently with that level on the downside. -5. Ooh, this is actually pretty decent. If they really did want to sell it, we could come down over here. These levels. Obviously, that's through that previous daily low. And look how well that lines up with the -5 off that 15-minute range. So far, the 15-minute has been holding its bearish OTEs or bearish levels. There's this level right here as well. We have not swept yet. Barely. Maybe a possible retest. Right, but we are back below that Sunday open. So below the Sunday open, we can possibly come back, retest the Sunday open, and see if it has shown itself to be now resistance because it failed as support. And then we can continue to the downside. All right, that is a possible outcome that we can watch for. On the 5-minute, we typically like to look at our daily plan, which happens right there. There's our daily plan. This is what we look for going into the New York session, because the interaction between Asian session and London session will typically tell us what we can do going into New York. So right now it looks more of like a search and destroy. So let's see what New York does, right? Here's our daily plan on the 5 and 15 4-hour 5-15-minute. Yeah, 15-minute projection. If we are really with a, what is this liquidity down here? 24.83 liquidity. Looking on the 5-minute, the daily plan. To do a second. So with this one, we're going to be looking for a sweep of some kind of level. I can even outline that little OB in the 15-minute. So that will be important down here. So that previous day 50, right? So there it is, that 459.75. Want to see a reaction, see what price does there. If price just caps it and we start to see a reversal pattern, there's a very good chance we're going to go up for those London highs, and we also have some of these liquidities up above. Right, something that we want to look for, those two double tops right there. So let's see what price does. Let's see what they want to do here. Other than that, that will be it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out on these quick little streams. Not quick, little, but quick, big streams. Get your friends in here. Get your mom in here. If you guys find interest in these, come check us out. Come hang out with us. You know, that's the best way to support us, just by sharing these streams and liking them, spreading the word. That's what we operate on. If we provide you value, let us know and come hang out. Other than that, yeah, go check out www.paperchairs.io. So that's the best way to see what we're all about, see what kind of tools we provide, see everything and anything about us. You're also able to view past streams, check our track records you have done in the past. Also, make sure you go check us out on Twitter at the Paper Traders. That way you're staying updated. Turn on those post notifications. Go check out Mr. Hazed as well at Hazed Beats. Give him a like, give him a follow. 3,000 followers. We're going to do a big giveaway. Stay tuned for what the prize is going to be. If you were in the past streams, you know what the price is. Other than that, yeah, give me 2,000 followers. I'll quit my job. 3,000, I'll stop talking about your mom. So go tell your mom, and we'll see you later today. Peace out.